Hey guys, happy March. It's Daniela here from Sister Mediums. Here to bring your angel card reading for the month of March. It is March 2nd, 2019. I was going to do this last night, but it was my anniversary and I just wanted to chill with my husband and my kids, so that's what I did. But I'm back today and I'm actually happy that I did because this would have taken some time away from that. Angels have a lot to say this month. It's going to be very busy, so I'm going to just get started right away. 3 decks I'm going to use. Healing with the Angels, the Angel Tarot deck, and the third one, Archangel Michael. There's a reason why all 3 of them happened in terms of what I was told to use. And you'll see that it's not the typical 3-4 cards. I've actually pulled 7 cards, and they all kind of go together. So I'm not going to spend tons of time on each one, but you'll see how they kind of work together to explain what's happening for the month of March. So let's get started right away. Okay. First thing I'm seeing is the retreat card. When this card is pulled, this tells me it's time for you to take a step back and worry about you. It's time to say, you know what? It's okay to say no to people. It's okay for you to say, you know what, family, leave me alone for an hour. I need to read. I need to take a bath. I need to go for a walk. I need to go for a run. Whatever it is that you do that makes you feel rested and rejuvenated, that's what you need to do. But it's about self-care. This talks about burning the candle at both ends and not honoring or nourishing your soul. So when we rest and when we even if it means napping, this is just coming up right now, even if it means napping for 15 minutes at a time, you're going to rejuvenate the body so much more than running around and trying to make it work. I'm going to fit this in, I'm going to fit that in. It's too much. So start the month off this way, especially if you're feeling tired. Mercury retrograde begins in a couple of days and it's going to hit hard for people. The energies are going to be very big around you, so be prepared. Take that time to honor yourself. And when you honor the body, your angels, your guides, your loved ones, they see that and they in turn honor you with love. Interesting, because that's the second card that comes up right after that first retreat card, and it's new love. So new love is sometimes about new people coming into your life, in terms of relationships with friends, partners. It also talks about your relationship that you're already in. If you're in with a partner, a boyfriend, girlfriend, marriage, don't look at the things the way you always did. Turn around and try to see that sometimes in a relationship, there's something new coming. So this tells me that these cherubs, they're working really hard to bring some new love into your life. Accept something new for what it's worth. So I'm trying to explain that because I feel like I'm not explaining it the way I want to. If you think of marriage and you're used to every Friday night going out, this is telling me that every Friday night now, you're not going out. Something else is going to happen. It could be bringing new people into the relationship and having more of a social event with your partner, or going out and bowling or doing fun things that you wouldn't. I don't know, bowling's fun for everybody, but it's doing something different. So accept that there's new love being pushed into your life in different ways. Relationships being different. We talked about marriage or love relationship, but also friendships. Allow that new love in. There's room for new people in your life. And this also will explain why people are coming in at this time. I like this card too. Falls upon the love card is the healing card. This tells me that you have been doing a lot of healing. It's interesting that you're going to start off the month with self-care for you and really taking that time. But this tells me you've also, sorry, the light is kind of blocking it. It's such a pretty card too. Look at that. See, rest and rejuvenation, and with that comes healing. So for those of you who have been putting it out there and praying and meditating and asking Jesus and your angels for as much guidance as possible to help restore you to a place of good health, they're listening. So it means that healing's coming for you guys, and this couldn't come at a better time for me going into surgery this week. It's a great card because it tells me that it's time. Healing is going to happen. Oh God, what else did I want to talk about? Yes, visualizing healing. I've been doing a lot of that. I hope you guys too. Especially sometimes if people have just minor aches and pains. Visualize yourself without that. Visualize yourself running, carefree, feeling happy. Especially if you have sciatica. People are talking about sciatica lately. I don't know. A lot of my clients have been bringing this up over the last little bit. So whoever this refers to, there's sciatica pain in you. I'm being told for you to actually visualize the things that you would be able to do if you didn't have that pain. And that really helps put that into play in terms of the healing that needs to take place in your body. As usual, I always write notes. So you've manifested this healing. And yes, the situation also can't resolve itself unless you release challenges. So obviously, if you're asking for healing, there's a challenge that's taken place in your life. It's not always physical. This could be emotional healing, mental healing as well, but it's that you've been asking and you've changed your thought process on it. It tells me that you've also looked at things a different way and said, you know what, this month or the last few months, I'm not going to look at what I'm going through as a challenge. I'm going to look at it as, what can I do to change this? What can I do to see this differently? How can I look at this that at the end of this all, I'm going to see it in a different light, and there's going to be healing, not just for me, but for the people who are involved in the situation. That's a greater thing, to be able to see past where you are in a challenge. But this tells me whatever it is you've been doing, it's working, and it's going to start this whole transition of change with you. So, retreat, new love, and healing. All three of these coincide together, okay? Oh God, it's so hard to hold up three cards. And they're probably backwards the way I'm doing it, but you get what I'm saying, okay? So there's a reason this came forward for the beginning of March. Pay attention to that, and please do what you need to do to take care of yourself. Second portion of things that came through were from the Angel Tarot cards, and this is a tough one. When I see a card like this, it's the Three of Air. It's a sad card. When you look at it, there are people who are nurturing you back to make you feel better. It's a card of sadness. It means that something's happened in your life that's made you feel sad. There are nurturing people around you, but you need to remember that this too shall pass. Life is about the ebbs and flows and the up and down. It's never really linear. So understand there's a good foundation around you. Even though you're sad at this time, I want you to see the purpose of the sadness. I want you to look past the emotion and really think about, why was this presented to me in this way? Why did this relationship fail? Why did my marriage fail? Why didn't I get the job? All of these things that come to play, there's a reason for them. When you stop and you actually think really hard, you'll realize that there's a lesson in everything that's come at you. And it's also meant to catapult you into the next level of relationship, the next level of marriage, the next level of job, of work, whatever it is you have going on. There's a reason. Next level of health, sanity. There's so many different things that come with this card. Don't lose hope, okay? Forgiveness is what always comes after a card like this, and that was why I pulled the Eight of Air. So these two cards also go together. The unicorns are there in both of them. This is a much more of a nurturing type of card. It's a sad card. It makes me feel as though we need to release. There's going to be tears here, and if there haven't been already, there will be more. We can't pretend that we're not hurt by things, but we have to also understand that in that hurt is a bigger lesson. And with that, this tells me that this is where the lesson comes. When I see the Eight of Air, it generally is a card of low self-confidence and low self-worth by the general standard of the card itself, if you've ever studied angel cards. But I actually look at this as the complete opposite. Now you take a closer look at that, and what you can see is that this unicorn is leaving the pack. This unicorn is breaking free from the crowd. This unicorn is saying, I'm done. I am not going to conform to the stuff I know. I'm not going to conform to listening to other people putting stuff in my ear that's maybe not good for me. We need to have that confidence within ourselves to trust that what we know in our hearts and our intuition is the right way to go. Not because someone else tells you to do it, not because everyone else is doing it, not to keep up with the Joneses. Be yourself. Do what you have to do. And you'll see that even though you might feel, I'm on my own with this and nobody's following along, it doesn't matter. You don't need that type of, I don't even know what the word is. You don't need that confidence from other people. Find the confidence within yourself. That's what this is about. You got this. You do not need to worry about who you've left behind. If those are going to choose to follow you, they'll follow. And if others are going to stay there, guess what? They're going to stay back there. You're just moving forward. There's no time for going back. Okay, so this is a really strong card. I also see the 8 here. And when I see the 8, we all know that that's all about abundance. This tells me you're also going to be rewarded for doing what it is you've done, for taking that plunge, for saying, screw it, I'm done with this group of people. It could be people at work. It could be your family. It could be the people that who constantly are in your face. Let them go. It's time for you to spread your wings and say, I can do this without everybody else chirping in my ear and telling me what I need to do. What else do we need? Show your confidence. We've got this. And that really, yes, low self-worth, it's an illusion. It's something that we create within ourselves because we've maybe seen something else that we feel we need to live up to. Nobody cares. It's about you. At the end of the day, if people see something online, because now it's all social media, right? But people see something online or people see something in a newspaper. It's not that, I shouldn't say that. It's not that people don't care. But when it all comes down to it, it's all about you. That's what I'm really trying to say, is it's all about you. Not everyone has your best interests at heart. The people who have your best interests at heart, you'll know. You won't need to break free from those people, okay? So sadness, likely because you're making a decision that is going to have you break free from something that's hurtful or is hard for you. But without that challenge and without that pain, we can't move forward, okay? With that, guess who's supporting you? Archangel Michael. He is the go-to, okay? He is my go-to. He is the Archangel of Protection. And he's telling you in this card that it's time to let go of your fear. I don't know who made this up. The acronym's been floating around forever. False evidence appearing real is what fear stands for. It doesn't exist. It's what we create within ourselves. And when you have fear, what do you think it does? It interferes with your happiness. It doesn't allow you to really live the life that you should be living. It doesn't allow you to take the chances that you really should be taking. You could be missing opportunities because you're letting fear get in the way. And I don't know, lately, maybe for me personally, I'm going through my own thing with this health thing I have and, another surgery coming up. And fear could have catapulted me backwards. But I have enough faith to turn this around and say, you know what? It's something I'm dealing with. I'm going to let go of this fear. I'm going to give it to God. And that's what you need to do too. Ask Archangel Michael to come and protect you. Ask him to cut the cords to the things that hold you back. That's what this card is all about. To release your worry, give it to him, give it to your angels. That's what they're there for. You're lovable. His strength is strong enough. You need to let go of the fear. There's a prayer here. I'm going to read it to you. Maybe I should put my glasses on because I can't read. It says, Archangel Michael, please help me feel safe and deserving of your guidance. Thank you for clearing me of heavy, toxic, or ego-based thoughts or feelings, which is your own. They're your own ego talking and telling you, generally going to the negative all the time, and the fear that you have. Fear's fake. It's not even real. Just, you got to get past that emotion and say, you know what? I got to do this for me. Who cares? I'm done. Listen, it's like people who watch this video. Julie and I can sit here till we're blue in the face and be like, oh my God, my hair's not good today. This isn't good. It's fear of what other people are going to say about you or think. And you know what? I don't really care about those people. You know why? Because the people who are watching this video need it. The people who watch this video need the same empowerment that we give ourselves. The people who watch our videos and follow us are the people who are in that same boat of, I need to step out of my comfort zone and do what I need to do. So it's not about being mean. I don't mean it that way. The energy's big. I can feel it. And listen, when you're pulling 7 cards, there's a reason this is coming forward. So listen, okay? Last thing, alongside Archangel Michael letting go of fear, another way to do it, he gave you a tool. He's saying, write it. This is write about your thoughts and feelings, okay? Or another Archangel Michael card with a prayer. I'll read you the prayer as well. He basically is saying, well, you're fearful. What do I do? That's probably the question everybody asked while I was blabbering over here. It's try something different. Meditate. Let it go. Release it. Cry. Let those fears out and say, you know what? I got this. I can do this. Or guess what? Write. When people journal, when people write, you actually put out so much more thought and depth in the words that you choose. And those aren't always coming from you. They're sometimes coming from a higher source without you even knowing. And when you write them out, it's this like, oh my God, did I just write that? And you can release what you're writing, letting go of the emotion. Archangel Michael helps you with your inner truth when you're writing. So let him help you do that, okay? What else do I want to say about this? Writing, yeah, clarity. It will bring the clarity. It'll bring the emotions to the surface. And the other thing too is for anyone, this is totally kind of off topic of the whole forgiveness, and this is just a jumping one for the people who may have made it all the way to the end and thought, I don't know if I resonate with all of that this month. Maybe you needed to come to the end just to get this message to say, if you've been thinking of that article, you've been thinking of that blog, you've been thinking about that book, now is the time. He is going to help you put all of that stuff onto paper, computer, whatever program it is you use to write. Just get writing. I should take my own advice. Julie and I are always in that point. We have so much to write about and the thoughts are swirling in our head. I'm going to have time off again, so maybe this is a sign. I need to be writing again. I want you guys to leave with, I probably talked a long time, but I want you guys to leave with this feeling of March can be really amazing for you. It actually makes me feel that things are going to move very quickly, but you also have work to do. So I will say the prayer so I don't forget. Thank you for helping me tap into my God-given creativity and wisdom so I can clearly express myself and glean insight, blessing, and healing. It absolutely makes sense. So, don't forget to come back. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll be back at the beginning of April, and Julie will be back mid-month. And do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, ask us questions so that, we can bring you more of what you want. We promise we're going to do more videos. We just got a little bit of, we got a lot on the go, but we'll get them to you. And as usual, blessings on blessings to every single person that comes on here, listens, talks, and just supports us. We thank you so much, and we send you many blessings. Have a great March.